So this lesson is a basic lesson in how to play Silent Night using a lead sheet where the notes are written out in the melody for right hand and we're using chord symbols to interpret the left hand. If you would like a basic, simple version of Silent Night that just teaches you to play the melody and all you really know how to do is figure out finger numbers and piano key names, hop on over to this other lesson for the very basic Silent Night. Alright, so Silent Night is in the key of C, this version, and we're going to be using the three primary chords in the key of C. So the first chord that we're going to need is the C major chord, and those are the notes C, E, and G. Any place on the piano that we play C, E, and G together, it is a C major chord. We can just play the three notes, we can arpeggiate them one at a time. I'll explain this a bit more in a moment. The next primary chord is the F major chord, and the F major chord is the notes F, A, and C. And again, anywhere on the piano that we play F, A, and C, we are playing an F major chord. Any of those notes, anywhere. And then we also need to use the G major chord. So these are all the primary chords. So now we have G, B, and D. And these are the three notes of the G major chord. So G, B, and D, anywhere on the piano, is a G major chord. We can arpeggiate, or we can play just two notes, or just a simple three notes, or even just an octave. But we're going to establish the basis of the harmony using these notes. That's your chord lesson. If you want to know more about chords, hop on over to my video, What is a Chord? And I'll explain that to you. So today we're going to play Silent Night in the right hand. If you don't already know how to read notes, you want to check out my note reading crash course linked up here in the corner, but it's going to start on G. And this first line of melody is simple and repetitive. And then you can see that the first thing we need to play is a C chord. So these letters written above the melody are for left hand, and so my C chord uses the notes C, E, and G. So what I could do is just plop those three notes down at the beginning. I could just keep holding them. This is not interesting. At the very least, you want to repeat that C chord again when the melody comes in again right here. So if you're just getting started with chords, that's great. Just play the chord and hold it. Now, if you want to play one chord on each measure, you could repeat the C chord every time there's a new measure in the music after each bar line. Alright, that's another option. And then you can also break up the notes in the C chord. So you can play them one at a time, starting at the bottom, C, E, G. And you could play together with this sort of a pattern. You might find this easy to coordinate, you might not. It's up to you. Give it a try whichever way is comfortable. Now on the next line, the melody is moving up to D, and my chord is changing to G. If I didn't change the chord, it wouldn't sound very good. So now I'm using the notes G, B, and D in my left hand because I'm playing a G chord. And then right away, you can see here there's a C written, so I have to move back down to my C chord. On the next line, I'm continuing the melody on A, and the note A has not been found in the C chord, C, E, G, or in the G chord, G, B, D, but it is found here in the F chord. So this is why the harmony works, using an F chord back over to that opening melody again, using the same chords. Back to F. This is exactly the same as the previous line. And here's our opening melody again with a C chord in the left. Now we're moving up. We're gonna have D, D, F, D, B, and the left hand on a G chord. And back to a C chord. Still on a C chord, and a G. So it's up to you to express the left hand chords in any way that you're comfortable and sound musical to you. So in this case, we were playing them broken. You could play them as just open fifths. Every time you see a C chord, simply play the C with the G and leaving out the E. And then you could leave out the A in the F chord. You could leave out the B in the G chord. And you can play these anywhere you want on the piano. It doesn't have to be just right here. So you could, let's just try that. And you can add variety. So like on this first line, you might start off with, and then arpeggiate. And I've added another C on top here, because as I said before, any note that is C, E, or G in any amount, in any location on the piano, is a C major triad, a C major chord. Triad just means 3-note chord, only 3 letters are involved. So when you're playing these, you could play just the bottom and the top of this. There are so many ways to arrange your left hand. It's up to you to find a way that's comfortable and musical to you. Experiment. I could probably do a video on options for left hand chord arrangements, chord expression. And here I've come up one, I had a long time. So I played C, E, G, C again, and I crossed up to E. That was kind of fun. And then I have my F again. Now I'm so basic here with just 2 notes. And then here comes another long one. And I kept it going with my right hand that time. So I just had C, E, G, C, E, G, and then I'm on to this. I'm still just keeping that basic 5th in my left. And then adding extra C chord notes on these longer notes. Now I'm still playing C major. And then finishing. It's nice to end on an actual C from your C chord. Don't end on an E unless that's what you're going for musically. Alright, so come on over to pianovideolessons.com where you can print this sheet. It comes in a package which includes the basic version as well for anyone who might need to learn to read notes. And please comment in this comment section below what other Christmas pieces you might like me to arrange and teach this Christmas season. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.